Yo, mic check, mic check. We are live and direct. You are watching Quest Convo, where we talk the culture because we are the culture. It's your favorite hip hop connoisseur, Drew Soul Quest. We are live and direct, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube at Culture 73 TV. Hit them comments. Let us know what you feel, what you think. Man, culture73.com. That is the hip hop network. We can also be viewed there every Friday, 11 a.m. Get familiar. We are dropping content every Friday at 11 a.m. across the board. If you can't watch us and you just want to listen, we are on Spotify under Quest Convo. All the episodes are there. Also, it's summertime, y'all. Dopest They are tees and hoodies made for cool people that love hip hop culture, and they're created by cool people that love hip hop culture. Y'all get familiar with dopesthip-hop-tees.com. Every time you see me, that's what I'm wearing. You can still use that promo code I love hip hop and get 20% off right now.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December.
Hey. All right, so all the Quest Convo community and family out there, I know y'all might be looking a little funny at the name at the lower thirds. Yes, I am Drew Soul Quest, and y'all might be looking to the handsome gentleman on the side of me, looking like, what the fuck that say? That ain't who that nigga is. What the fuck is that? So, long story short, y'all. Um, So we keep it real right here. Like even with my name, Drew is a part of my name. My name is Andrew. I've went by Drew forever. This man's real name over here is Devin. That's his real name. So it's not like we just came up with some completely different crazy shit. So
Exactly.
what it was, um, my guy was setting up his social media, getting that together. We on the podcast now. So we trying to get all that shit together. And I'm just researching, I'm trying to like research and see how his name comes up on Google, how the SEO shit goes and all that shit. So as I'm doing that, I come across this other motherfucker, Devious Dev. And I'm like, never heard of him, never seen it before. Neither one of us, never heard it, never seen it. It's some old, nice little chubby white marshmallow ass dude. Now
Mm-hmm.
he's an artist. I didn't even listen to the music. I want to say he's like big overseas, or his presence is more so overseas. We kind of debated with it, still trying to use some kind of variance of the name Dev Devious, but we kind of decided at the end of the day, it's better just to come with something different. Still, relative to my guy over here, but just something different, something another alias that he actually has used for a while now. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't use it on here because y'all know if you a podcaster, if y'all marketers, different things like that, when you trying to push your product, get people familiar, your branding got to be on point. You can't have somebody search for you because they want to see what you think and what you own, and
Right.
then another motherfucker come up that ain't got nothing to do with it. And
Exactly.
another thing, this guy was everywhere. Nigga was on Apple Music, Tidal. He was on every fucking social media. He was everywhere. I was like, his presence is too fucking huge.
Right.
So let y'all know, moving forward, Dev Devious is no longer on the podcast. No more Dev
He did.
Devious.
He
But
gone.
we are introducing. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Oh, so yeah, man, this is I don't know that deaf guy. He was pretty shitty, so we got him out of here. So I'll be taking his place. I'm your new host, new co-host, Von Schuler.
Oh
Nice to meet
yeah.
all of you. And We're gonna continue to keep giving y'all this real coverage, this real conversation that you came here for. Ain't nothing changed but the name. That's it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Still the same great guy, still the same hip hop connoisseur, still the man that's gonna be my partner as we go through this podcast journey. Big
Yes,
Von
sir.
Shula is in the building
Yes,
as we
sir.
move along. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
So today, man, this kind of episode I feel today, I feel is gonna be like informative to a lot of people. And I feel like if you are artist, you can definitely like learn some shit today, possibly. I feel like it's some shit that can really put your career in perspective and everything else. Cause it's been a topic, it's been an issue. Some of us has researched and kind of found some information. Some of us are kind of, in the industry. You hear different things from people that are prominent in the industry and how it really is. And you just kind of put those things together and kind of go from there. But this whole streaming game, like it is a science to it, and nobody I know that's really in the industry or kind of on the surface of it really be having them concrete answers. Like it's so hard to verify this shit. But today that's what we're talking about, man. We just talking about the streaming music versus before streaming music. And when we say that, we're just talking about, obviously we know streaming music on all these different platforms. That's the norm now. That's what it is. That's what it's been at this point since, I mean, it's been shit. I don't even know how far I go back. Maybe, before we
What,
was on
streaming
it.
music?
Yeah,
Streaming
streaming
music?
music go back to what, 95 maybe?
Well, shit,
Or
I
or
don't
that
know, but
was it.
I would at least say Napster at least. So
Yeah,
that's at least 98,
yeah, yeah.
90, 97, 98, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Now Napster was definitely like the very first. They broke the mold. They introduced a platform and a way to consume music that we never could get before. But man, we're gonna break it down today. Like I said, just talking about the streaming music era and how it was before, before what it is now. Um, so just to kind of go into it, so we know what streaming is. Um, Everybody got one of them. You either gotta, if you ain't got Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Tidal, Spotify. If you ain't got all of them, I know motherfuckers got all
Right.
of them.
Which
But
I don't. I
it's
can we'll talk about it, but I kind of understand, but
hmm
it's still some bullshit on the company's part, not even so much on the consumer part. It's the record labels or company. It's some variation of the shit, but
yeah, it's too much. I definitely don't need five of them. Like shit.
and
That's
it's not even limited to music. Just a little off topic. You can stream fucking anything now. You can stream documents. You can stream TV. You can stream games and shit.
right,
It don't even so everything streamed in
right.
this.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we all got, if we ain't got one of those streaming services, we got all of them. You pretty much, we know the principle of streaming. You pay this company a certain amount for subscription. The subscription based model, the direct to consumer model, basically has just taken over. It just is what it is. But you pay this company to get access to the music that is on their website. You can listen to the music, you can download it. Also, they give you options to purchase. That's pretty much what streaming is. You download it to your computer, you're downloading it to your device, phone, tablet, computer. Now, before streaming, um, I mean, there's been so many different forms of how we listen to music, bro. Like we've
Absolutely.
had records, albums, 45s, 8 tracks, tapes, and CDs. CDs was the most popular way that we consume and listen to music before the streaming took over. CDs, it was, yeah, compact disc, compiled the files into this disc. Um, and yeah, they used to sell them $15 when they first came out. They was shit $20. But that's, yeah, music, and I know the music, the way we consume music and the forms and all those things, they pretty much they do change about every 20 years. Um, because with CDs, and real shit. Hey, we black, we from the hood. With computers and technologies, shit, nigga, we was on that shit late. I
Yeah,
looked it up. Nigga, CDs have been around since the
the
motherfucking 80s,
'80s.
nigga. I know
Yeah,
shit
since the
about
mid.
no. Yeah,
Really? You didn't know that? I was like,
I did not
nigga,
know that.
the city. Yeah, they was. But that's the thing. That was like CDs in the '80s was like, how fucking I say it? Okay, CD in the '80s was like having a Blu-ray in the early 2000s compared to DVDs. So they
Mm-hmm.
had been there, but it just took time for the market to shift to that shit. So
Right,
yeah, I found that shit out. Yeah, they had been
right.
had the disc around for sure.
Exactly. You just had to be
On
probably
top of that shit,
richer. Yeah, white, rich. I bet the CDs in the 80s and motherfuckers was probably $300 and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Cause I didn't see it in the hood. Nigga, I seen my mama and her
Tape deck.
friends, tape deck, albums, all that shit. Nigga, didn't nobody had no CDs.
Nah,
Shit.
the
I,
closest
I
thing to a CD was a maxi single.
right. In the hood, nigga, we ain't see no CDs to what, probably 2000, 98, 2000, somewhere up in there.
Yeah, where it just came,
Yeah.
it just took over for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, man. And it was just different. I know to a lot of the, youngins, just the, I've been outside for both. I've been outside for the tape era, the CD era, and the streaming era. I've been outside for all of them. I'll just to speak on real quick on the differences. Um, for one, just right off top, the sound quality. Nobody really thinks about that. The CD sound quality versus the streaming. The CD sound quality is better. You know what I mean? I forgot how they said they broke it down. Where's my notes at? But
Have
basically,
you?
like,
Well, I was
oh,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
real quick. Have you been able to actually test that and notice a noticeable uptick or drop off in quality? Have you noticed it
Actually,
yourself?
I actually did. Like when I first heard about the quality difference, it was maybe like a few years ago, and I actually
Okay.
did. Yeah, I tried in the house and in the car, and it it do, like, how can I explain it? It's well, for one, let me get so they say the CD sound is better because you lose compression and sound quality with a digital stream. So when I initially heard about it, they were just, they was getting real technical, talking about the numbers of 44K, so and so, the
Yeah.
lossless sound. They was getting real technical.
Right.
But personally, from me trying it, I definitely see the difference because the CD, it be like how can I explain it? Like a fuller sound. It just sounds fuller. It sounds heavier. The lows sound lower, the highs sound higher. The bass even hits a certain way. That bass is more of a fuller thump. A lot of the times, the streaming, it just sounds comparing the two. Now, if you just listening to it, you ain't necessarily going. But if you're literally comparing the two and listening to
Mhm.
both of them back to back, you will be able to see it. Like the streaming, it's the sound itself sounds thinner. It just sounds, I don't know, like the hi-hats are super hi-hatty. The bass, it don't have that full knock. You know what I mean? It's a
What
difference.
causes that though? I wonder, like, how does that happen? If it's the same song, if it was
Well,
recorded the same way, like, shouldn't that record how it was recorded stay the same, throughout whatever?
no, because it's the way that they can record it however. but it's about how they process it after the fact. If you
Mm,
got
okay, that's
that
different.
same track that's placed on an actual disc, embedded in that disc, it's there versus you're sending out a digital stream from this source to the Spotify, Apple, whatever source, and then it got to go from there. To me, that's a lot of diluting along the way to get to your ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it definitely makes a difference. Like you saw, so you see the same things with albums. So you listen to an album compared to listening to a CD. The album is gonna sound better.
yeah.
They was printing the shit right to the album. Um, I even said that, like, my homeboy in shout out to Last Page, that's my guy. Stay out in Texas. He recently got like a record player and got his collection up. It's all hip hop shit, but he got a record player and got the records. And I was like, I've been talking about doing that for years. I just haven't gotten to it because you listen to a record, um, bruh, you hear, how can I explain it? It's almost like you fucking there, nigga. You in the studio with him. You can hear all the details of the instruments. You can hear all the details of the drums. It's just once again another even more fuller sound than the CD. Even a more heavier, just sounds better. It sounds richer. I can't even. It's hard to explain. You just really have to
You
hear
got to
it.
be there. You got to be
Yeah.
there.
Now, like with you, so you was outside for no, I
The
know you was
end,
outside for streaming CDs and tapes too, or
the end of the tape.
okay.
So it was the end of tapes, then CDs, and then yeah, streaming because it was the MP3 players first, iPods, and then streaming because we had streaming where you still had was downloading individual tracks off of the internet because we weren't paying for shit. So a lot of
Right.
people,
You put
a lot of
me
my
on.
guys, yeah, a lot of my guys who's listening to this, y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with LimeWire, BearShare, Kazaa, those little different beginner sites that kind of took the blueprint that Napster set up and kind of just went with that. And that's how we started off streaming. We would just download individual songs at a time and then either compile them on and make like a mix CD, or we would put them onto MP3 players and just listen to them on our MP3 players. And then we get to the streaming sometime later. So yeah, I was there for all three of them. And then there for the resurgence of the records, the vinyls and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um.
I missed
So
that era. I definitely missed that era. It was funner back then. I think before I'll put it like this. Before streaming, it was like a thrill to it too, because with the before streaming, when you had your LimeWire and your FreezeWire, all that, it was like kind of like this element of danger because like you kind of knew you wasn't supposed to be doing the shit. And
mm-hmm.
then we was downloading songs by the boatload, and then it's like, oh shit, nigga, I hope the cops don't knock on my shit today. You know what I'm saying? I actually got in on it because I started me a little business back in the day. I remember I monetized that shit. I remember I was a freshman in school, man, and I would go around and I would talk to niggas. And I'm like, hey, you want CDs, right? Because it was the time to, before then. And I was like, you want some CDs or whatever? I burn CDs, I make them. I can get whatever song you want. Just tell me whatever songs, write it down, and give me a list about 16, 17, 18 songs. And for $3, nigga, you got you a CD. Like it ain't shit. And I would go to LimeWire and I would download all that shit and whatever they want. And I call them like, hey, I can't find this one song, but I got all these other songs. They're like, well, if you can't find it, the one song, I don't want it. Shit. So I had to do a little bit more digging and a little bit more shady shit, a little bit more sites I probably shouldn't have been on. Like, where get a virus in a minute. But it was fun though. You know what I'm saying? It was like it had some kind of element of just discovery, and then is this the right song that I'm looking for? You would download some shit and it's not that. You would download some songs and it'd be a virus or it'd be porn. So it was just like minefield of different kind of shit that you had to worry about. Now everything is just so damn uniform. You just know what you're gonna get. It's boring shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's got its pros and cons, but overall, I do enjoy that time before the streaming was just everything. I do enjoy that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I feel you. Oh, and all of this is allegedly.
All this is allegedly,
Right, allegedly. Like,
allegedly.
allegedly, I might have done the exact same shit you just said.
Exactly. So, well, allegedly it happened, but for sure, I don't even have that computer no more. So
Right,
it's
right.
like I mean, like you ain't got nothing on me, coppers. So as you
Right.
know, it's like that's a whole different IP address. 10, you had your chance to get me. That was 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure some statute of limitations and shit that ran out or
Hell yeah.
something. And y'all had billions and shit anyway. I never understood that. I said, no, the fuck you millionaire, billionaire ass niggas, you
Yeah.
greedy sons of bitches. You ain't
Yeah.
about to come after me with I'm 17 years old. What I ain't got shit for you. And whoever I stay with, they probably don't either. What you got billions of dollars. Why what is this? You charging 99 cents for the shit anyway. So that's just killing you. I get it. It's probably
Mhm.
16 if 16,000 niggas is downloading this one 99-cent track, sure. But
Right.
still, y'all got
Oh,
billions of dollars. Screw y'all.
and keep in mind, yeah, the FBI and all the little task force that was created to combat all that shit, it was at the bottom of the list as far
Yes.
as the cyber crimes
Priority.
division. It's not
Priority.
wasn't a priority. The music business and the music companies, whatever they did, they made the law enforcement agencies take that shit seriously because, like, motherfucker, we are losing hella money, nigga. Cause y'all motherfuckers are going crazy. What's going on? These sales are dropping like a motherfucker.
Cause I don't want to pay $14.99 for an album and I only want 3 songs off the shit.
Right.
That's what they had to start realizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to just pay one lump sum and I'm only here for 3-4 songs. That's a waste of money damn near. Cause I'm
Now,
like, what I don't care about all this other shit on there.
now, do they still? I haven't even looked to see. I have no idea. Is that shit still like a thing? Is like the torrents and
Yeah,
LimeWire, all that shit? It's still okay.
it's still a thing, but I
Okay.
think I stopped because I used to torrent heavy. That was how I got my albums. That's how I'm able to listen to a lot of the shit that you told me about because I would just go torrent the shit and listen to it on my own.
Hmm.
Like when I remember when I first got into this is relevant, so this is relevant. This goes into it. I remember when I first got into Tribe. What the fuck? What was that? I think I was a sophomore.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to say I was a sophomore in high school.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say I was a sophomore in high school, and you was telling me about Tribe. And up to that point, I think I had only heard, I knew Scenario, and then I knew a couple other songs, but I wasn't familiar with them.
Hmm.
And then you basically, I don't think you had any. Did you have Tribe CDs? Like, I mean, I know you had them, but did you have them like in that? Remember that big book of CDs you had?
I know I did. I know
Okay.
I can't say if I had all they shit in there, but I definitely had at least one or two.
Probably
Yeah.
okay. And I could have overlooked them or whatever, but you was like get on them, and I remember that was kind of like around when I was first learning about torrents and everything, in addition to LimeWire and just downloading shit. And that them was one of the first albums I ever torrented, in my life as far as torrenting goes was The People's Instinctive Travels and
Okay.
Low End Theory.
Okay.
And yeah, I downloaded them shits and put them straight on my Zune. And there you go. I just had the whole album. It only took me like 15, 20 minutes to download the whole album. Both of them. Yeah, it took me 15 minutes to download both of them at the same time. And I had them. And it was there. It was perfect quality, every track. Just like I had just bought the shit. But I didn't. I just downloaded it. And I'm like, this shit, 15, 20 years old, they can't give a fuck about this. This ain't, it ain't even like not in a way that they will probably care about some modern, something that probably just came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know that, when you kind of get introduced to that kind of stuff, it's like, it's powerful. That's why they had to come up with a streaming service because, the shit wasn't going to stop because it's too many people to regulate. You can only go after so many people until you start spreading your resources. Like, okay, yeah, you can force them, law enforcement, to be like, yeah, y'all got to do something. But the law enforcement like, yeah, nigga, but we ain't got all the resources to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So we can try to, you know, I'm gonna just put it like this: music company, record labels and companies and shit. Who you think they gonna care about more? These niggas hacking into Sony studios and shit like that, and identity theft and shit, or somebody download some fucking music? What you think gonna take priority?
Exactly.
Like, get the fuck over yourself. So that's why they had to innovate to keep theyself, because they was really on the verge of fuck them. The internet was about to be the record label, and they had to do something to at least maintain a place and keep going on into the future. Something to self-sustain themselves.
Yeah, had to. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, like when I first got introduced to LimeWire, I ain't gonna lie, I went crazy. I was
Crazy.
like, oh
I
my
went crazy.
gosh.
I was like, you can get movies, you can get TV shows, you can get music, all that. Give it. I downloaded programs off of it.
Yeah.
I downloaded what the fuck I get off of it? Photoshop and Fruity Loops.
Like,
just for free.
I don't know anybody that didn't fucking use it. I don't know nobody that used it.
Yeah.
When I discovered that shit, nigga, I took my ass to Best Buy. I bought 2 of the biggest spools of CDs, DVRs, all that shit I could find, nigga. I'm about to oh shit.
We about to blow. And that's a damn shame. You didn't took me back. They don't even sell blanks no more.
Ain't that some shit?
They don't even sell blank CDs no more. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
I can't even find the little 5-pack. Remember the little 5-packs with the little different color CDs?
For $2.
I can't even find that. Damn, I can't even find that. What the fuck?
Yeah. I think I want to say, like online, you can, of course online you can get anything. But in the stores, hell no.
I'm like that. I'm like, that's crazy. And I didn't even notice that until you said that you used to go and get them. I'm like, speaking of that, when the fuck the last time I seen some blank CDs for sale?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just crazy how they do. I don't think it's a need for that though. Like I feel like it still has its place. Maybe not everybody think that, but I think for some people, just like vinyls, that's a whole crate full of shit that you got sitting somewhere.
Right.
And to you, that might be important, but to somebody else, it might not be. But just the fact that you're a person and there's other people who also have crates full of vinyls means that there's still a market for that. So how can it be the same for CDs?
Yeah. And I'll say, like, it is, it's still a nice amount of revenue that is created from CD sales, because people are just into it. They're enthusiasts about it. Even the vinyl and all that shit, it still makes a nice amount of revenue, because some people that's what they want to fuck with. That's
right.
They against streaming, or they don't really fuck with streaming as much. It just is what it is. But also, moving on, man, I'm kind of getting to I'll start with you. How much of a store experience have you had with music? And when I say that, going into Best Buy, record store, or whatever, actually buying
plenty. Okay. I had plenty. I'm mad that I can't have that no more. Like, because it was just something, like, I put it to you like this. I couldn't really start doing it until like at least 7th, 8th grade, when I got to the point where, because I remember, again, well, I don't want to say this. I feel like my generation we are the only generation that pretty much we got to see the end of the old world, and then we got to see the beginning of the new shit, of how shit's going. So we kind of was just in the middle. It's just, we here. So, we was in a time period where you still got ads in the mail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you would get magazines like The Source or something like that, and you would be flipping through the pages, and it's a whole page dedicated to Snoop Dogg's next album coming out.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or I remember they used to put pictures on the wall and shit and be like, this new 50 Cent finna drop Friday. Or in 2 months, this new 50 Cent coming out. I remember shit like that.
Yeah.
And that kind of made you want to go into the store and be like, all right, and then it just, and it was such a colorful fun experience for me because I'm like, you got to go in the store, you got to see all the different colors and all the different expressions of what people wanted you to see from what they trying to convey with their album cover and just different things like that. You had to. I probably missed out on that. I got that though when FYE they had the little headphones. You could put the headphones on and listen to a little of the shit or whatever before you buy it or something like that and everything. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
took
I
me
remember
back with that shit.
I remember you could take
Oh,
the little shit and you could scan it or whatever the fuck it was and put the headphones on and it played you like snippets of the shit. And it was so goddamn fun because I would look, I'm like, ooh, that's a nice album cover. And even though I'm probably not even gonna listen to your shit, your album cover nice. You know what I'm saying? I just like to see what people was doing and Best Buy had the shit where you get the ads and new albums will come out. It'd be $10 just for the new album. And I remember I bought Chingy's. I remember I used to buy everybody's album. I don't give a fuck if I liked your single, I was buying your album.
yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes it didn't work out.
right,
And sometimes it did work out. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit. That's how I found out that Shauna was hot. Because
yeah,
I liked the Shake That shit that she did with Ludacris. And I thought that single was hot. And the album came out. It was $10. Why the fuck not? Give it here. And I listened to it, and I was like, oh, it's some stuff on here. I like that. So it was something else to do. You know what I'm saying? It was something else to do, and it stuck out to me because that's something that I enjoyed because I did like music. But just going to Best Buy, going to FYE, going to different places, seeing older albums. Like, oh shit, I didn't even know they had what album is this? I didn't even know they had this album. Is this old? Or is this new? Whatever. So I had plenty of experiences doing that. That was one of the more funner times of my life of being able to go into a music store and just buy some shit.
Man, I feel you. I feel the exact same way. It was just an experience to have it all right there. I mean, for me, it was a full experience. Like you said, you walk in, you see the posters, you walk to the section, you see the little rap sign, and you like, oh, this is all the rap shit. And you can just browse through it. There might be some other motherfuckers there. They looking for some shit, might spark a conversation. Oh man, that shit dope. You know what I mean? Just another
Right.
music lover. It really was a true experience, even for me to like you get to see uh okay, like I did tell you that about my guy Cliff that had the dope ass system.
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah. I mean, it was an experience. We get the CD, um, go back to his house, do a little underage drinking and
Yeah,
smoking and
all that
different
shit.
things
You're
like
right.
that. And put it on his Harman Kardon or Sherwin Vega system, and we all looking at the credits. We looking who produced this beat, who did this. It was a fucking experience. Like,
Yeah.
and it kind of that part of the game is kind of fucked up because now we're just at the point where that part is gone. Now every Friday, every artist, whether they're your favorite or not, they come out.
Mm-hmm.
You get access to all of that at one time. So I think it takes away the appreciation and what's the word I'm looking for? The appreciation. I think it takes away a little bit of the sense of urgency as well. Cause when it's on streaming, that shit gonna live there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's forever. It's no rush to go get it. Also everything is just single driven. I think like motherfuckers don't even take the time to create true great bodies of work anymore because they just know everything is single driven. If I got two hot
Yeah.
singles, it don't matter if the rest of the album trash. I'll it's completely different now, man.
Yeah. I will tell you that was something else that I look forward to. Just you touched on that, just being able to have it in your hands and have the case, and then you can open that case. You can take the
Yeah,
book out of the case. I would read the fuck out of the credits and the notes and just
yeah,
see what they got to say. I wanted what the CD looked like. Remember, you could put the CD up and it's a picture under the damn CD and shit.
Yeah.
I used to love all that. What the back looked like. What's the track
Yeah.
list? I'm like, you know, bitches everywhere. That sound good. I like how that sound. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. You know, all that good stuff. And it was just, you know, and then sometimes some of them had variations. Sometimes you had little paper albums and shit. It's like a little paper disc, and you just squeeze and it slide out or some shit like that. Or you had the double disc, and it had the you know, y'all young
Yeah.
niggas, y'all had to be there, man.
For
Y'all,
real, man.
all my OGs know what I'm talking about, but my younger niggas, man, y'all had to be there. That shit was great.
It was.
Yeah, that shit was great.
Like, I forgot who said that. They said that's why people don't value music as much as they used to, because it's not a physical, tangible thing. Anytime you can physically touch something, feel something, you appreciate it more versus
Yeah,
just, you know what I mean?
yeah. Some
Yeah.
fucking airwaves and sound waves and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, we're gonna move along, still keeping it on subject, man. Just we kind of talked about just the whole experience, the store experience, but also the numbers game. We know the numbers game is always going to be a thing because artists got to get paid, the companies got to get paid, the record company got to get paid, the studio. So it's always going to be a numbers game. So the difference is now you have the RIAA, and that's pretty much the equivalent of what SoundScan used to be when we actually had to go to the stores and physically buy the product. They had SoundScan where you physically scanning barcodes and everybody is getting records of this as far as the the retail part of it. It's you physically scanning a barcode. Okay, boom, boom. So 3 CDs a day, 10 CDs, 100 versus now we have, like I said, the RIAA, and they pretty much do the same thing, just in the streaming world. The only difference is I feel the manipulation aspect. We talk about that, like, first of all, just overall, artists aren't going platinum anymore just because of the structure and how things have changed so much, the way we consume music, because we're not really buying projects anymore. We pretty much pay the streaming services to have access to everything. So we're not physically buying these people's albums or what. Why am I going to pay an extra? I'm already paying Apple, so and so, whoever, $10, $12 a month. Why am I going to pay another $12 just to physically download and buy this album that I already have access to, including in my subscription?
Right.
Now, a
Right.
lot of people still do it. It's still a revenue for that because some people just really fuck with the artist and really want to support the artist and make sure the artist can eat. So we still have people like that still really care about the artist. So they do actually buy it. So it's that aspect. And then, so with SoundScan, once again, physical copies you're scanning, easily verifiable. When they come out from the warehouse, the warehouse, it's invoices. The warehouse sent us 20,000 copies. Okay. And we sold 20,000 copies. And everybody, all this is verifiable. We're going to make sure, because everybody wants to make sure they get paid. So you're going to make sure that shit is accurate. The store wants their money. Record companies want their money. The artists want their money. So it was just an easier process, more verifiable. When you went platinum back in the day, you really went platinum. A million motherfuckers around the world had to come into the store and physically take their time out of their day, spend their money, and buy your shit. They wanted to fuck with you.
Now let me
You
say
know.
this too. Let me say
Mhm.
this too, because when we was getting ready to shoot and everything, I'm looking into stuff and seeing what I could find. What I didn't actually know is that you had to sign up for that back in the day. Like, you as a store, you had to sign up to be a part of
Mhm.
that. And
Mhm.
what I found out was that it was, you had to sign up for it, and it was kind of more of a take your word for it kind of system for the most part. So it was easily like opened up for fraud type shit like that. So like you said, like SoundScan would actually used to call people store by store by store, like, okay, how much y'all do today, or what you do for this or for that, you know. And it was nothing. I don't know how much of that actually was going on, but apparently it was nothing for a shady nigga in the store to be like, oh shit, nigga, I sold 30 copies of that shit today, you know, or some shit like that. So I never knew. And then and they said that it was a lot of lost or unaccounted for sales where, yeah, sure, the store profited because he sold the shit, but because it wasn't getting reported because everybody wasn't signed up for it, that a lot of lost sales. So it's like they think it's a whole bunch of different albums could have performed way better than they did, or some albums who did perform good as hell could have went further than what they did. So,
Right.
you know, that just because that kind of discrepancy of the nature of it, you know, having to sign up for it and then them calling one by one and not necessarily having no standardized system or something like that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And then also, um, I guess from the retail setup, the retail model, like they kind of anticipate for that, but you're always gonna have loss, as far
Mm,
as it's okay. You get lost from broken shit, you get lost from niggas stealing, you get lost from it literally just got lost, misplaced. So
right.
the retail structure is kind of made for no matter what product it is, whether it's music or fucking pillows or whatever. Like they always gonna kind of incorporate that in as well. That's a fact. Like for example, I used to work at a record store back in the day.
Hmm.
Just shout out to Mike Check Records, Gary,
I
Indiana.
remember that. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, for
I
sure.
remember.
Yeah, shout out to Yarbro.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Mike Check, man.
Is that still
Uh,
there?
so it is. It's still one store. Yeah, he still got. Um, and he sell merch and a lot of different things, and then he still got music there because, like I said, it's still people that fuck with them CDs, and he have
Yeah.
a lot of the it's almost a little bit more niche. He have a lot of the older shit that maybe might be harder to find. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So yeah, they still still doing this thing. But yeah, so I kind of know how shit used to go, and um it's definitely different. But getting to like how it is now, with the streaming, so for example, like I was saying with the whole platinum thing, motherfuckers just don't go platinum like that no more because we're not buying albums. We're paying the streaming services. For example, 2021, the only two platinum albums in our genre, it was Justin Bieber, his album Justice, and then Moneybagg Yo's album, A Gangster's Pain. Those are only two joints that went platinum that motherfuckers downloaded or whatever the case. And you look at the years so far this year, even the years previous, it's just not like how it used to be because
Hmm.
everything is single driven. Now, technically, you still see platinum singles because once again, we're single based. So, yes, that one song that's hot, motherfuckers might have played that shit a million times. They might have played it 3 million times. So singles can go platinum. But as far as the full body of work, they fucked with all of your 12 to 14 songs. Yeah, we really just don't too much see that anymore. And then even with that, so like the point you brought up with the how it was back in the day with SoundScan and all that stuff, it's always trial and error. Things can always be tinged, manipulated, lost, different things like that. But
Yeah.
the way this shit is with this streaming, it's a different kind of beast because we all know we've heard people talk about it on the surface, undercover people talk about it with these streaming farms where they have a property, a warehouse, a room, or whatever, and it's one motherfucker or it's 12 motherfuckers, and they just playing the fuck out of your shit all day. This one particular song or this one particular artist. they playing your shit all day, just sitting there. Boom, play, 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 play.
Yeah.
Uh, so it ain't been a whole bunch of motherfuckers listening to your shit. It's just that this motherfucker sitting here, he getting paid to make sure. And I'm just putting this out here. I'm not saying this is what happened. I'm just putting it out. For example, uh, they making sure that Cardi B's new single, that making sure just from your ass, you getting paid to make sure that you get 2,500 plays today, nigga. Make
See.
sure
Yeah.
what you sit in this chair, nigga. Make sure it's 2,500 to 3,000 plays that your ass is responsible for, and you got 5 other motherfuckers in the room doing the same thing.
And
So that's
that's what I want to say too, real quick, just because it goes into what you're saying. Because I found this equation pretty much it pretty much sums it the fuck up. Because the RIA, the RIAA, I should say that. And Billboard, they basically had to. When the fuck was this? I think it was 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. They had to basically rechange their format of how they grade albums and shit, and how they grade and what determines what goes platinum and everything. So I found this which basically says that 1,500 streams is equal to 10 track sales, which is also equal to 1 album sale. So you pretty much have to equal 1 album sale. You either got to stream 1,500 times your album, or 10 people got to buy, or you got to sell 10 tracks off of the album at one time for it to count as 1 album sale. So that's real. That's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of counterproductive. It seemed like after a while, because I'm like, I gotta do so much shit to, and radio play, and we don't even talk about that. Does radio play even factor into shit like that anymore? Because I don't even listen to the fucking radio. I got my phone.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Well, the radio will always be there. I feel it gets even less play because people that still kind of like that radio format for whatever reason, even with them maybe in the car, they're doing satellite radio. So satellite radio has even taken away more from just your regular traditional radio. But I feel it will always be a component. It's definitely died down through the years, but I feel it'll be always still kind of be a component, because even the radio, like how Breakfast Club, they have one of the biggest radio shows on the planet in syndication, all those things. But even with them having such a big radio show, you saw they still had to conform, and they do the digital piece. They own the YouTube like crazy. They own, everybody got their little podcast and shit. They still had to include that in their shit. I don't think you can just 100% do radio and think you just gonna be cool. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You
Right.
got to kind of do both. But just kind of clearing that up, man. It's just so a lot of these artists out here, unless it's exposed some way, somehow, a lot of us will never know. But some of y'all ain't as lit as you seem to be, because it's a motherfucker that's getting paid, and then record companies are doing it. Independent artists are doing it. They got some bread and got a budget, paying these motherfuckers in these streaming farms, getting you lit, getting you at the end of the day, you leaving with an extra 50,000, 100,000 streams that you didn't have before.
And now that I think about it, how is that any different from payola? Is that basically another brand of payola?
Well, I'll say this: it is different because the streaming aspect. If I get extra, I'll say let me say this: the only difference I say is the monetization piece, where I would say long-term monetization versus short-term monetization. So I'll say on the payola side of things, yeah, if I'm paying the if I'm paying the radio to spin my shit a little bit more than you play all these other niggas, yes, long term, that's gonna get me more popular. It's gonna make my records sell some little more. It's gonna get me more lit. So long term, yeah, that's gonna give me some bread on the back end because you're giving me more exposure. Short term, with the streaming farms, they paying these niggas to stream my shit more. I got an extra 100,000, 500,000 streams that I wouldn't have had. So that's short term right now, making me more lit, making me look more official, making me
Mm-hmm.
look like I'm on top. And the monetization piece, that's right now. I'm getting that right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's so multi-layered. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's definitely multi-layered, and in different ways and forms. It's still the same shit. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. Just like you said with the payola shit, it's just
Right.
different. You know, different extremes to it.
Now let me
Uh,
ask you this. Well,
mm-hmm.
I just want to ask you one more question.
No, go ahead.
In your opinion, what do you think what is the last rap album to truly go platinum, strictly a million physical sales? What do you think that album was, the last album to do that?
Oh, now you saying on the store level?
On the store level, I'm talking about a million niggas really went into the store to buy this album.
Damn.
What do you think the last hip hop? I got a pretty good idea. I
What
think
you
I
think?
know. Carter 3.
Let me see. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I think you're right.
Carter 3, without a doubt, because I know it went platinum in a fucking week. And we wasn't stream 2008. We didn't have touchscreen phones in 2000. Well, the iPhone had just came out, but that was rich niggas had that. You was cool if you had an iPhone. We wasn't cool that yet.
Let me see. So I'm going right to the damn site. Let me see. 2018. Oh, they pulling up some new shit. This ain't new shit. But we have to verify that. But you definitely might be right.
It says, I seen when I pulled it up, it says uh as Lil, and this is on chartdata.org. It says,
Mm-hmm.
as Lil Wayne's critically acclaimed, the Carter 3 nears 4 million in traditional sales.
Damn.
So when I hear traditional, oh, you better believe that's some straight up CD, straight up physical media that you can put into something to play it.
Okay, so damn, boy, time just go
2008.
so
2008.
well. See, I'm counting. I'm counting this because so keep in mind, 2018 was the year we talked about that earlier, where they stopped putting CD players in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And 2018 was also the year that Best Buy stopped selling music in the store. Now, I know before that, you know, the record stores like your Tower, Sam Goody, different places like that had already closed, but technically you could still buy CDs from Best Buy in 2018. So
Mm-hmm.
if we keeping it with the store experience where you can still physically go in and buy records, it don't even seem Cardi's first album was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Her shit went 2 times platinum. So I'm pretty sure that was still a combination of streaming and records. You know, now if you
I'm more inclined to believe that though with Cardi. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it might be some it might be some funny business in there, but I didn't seen no, like, this ain't no young boy situation where I'm like,
Mhm.
where the fuck, I ain't heard nobody playing you, son. How you got all these streams and shit? Like, okay, you got them, but where the fuck they coming from? I remember when Cardi came out with that damn first album.
Mhm.
Damn it, the shit was everywhere. I know it was everywhere. The women was loving it. It was on all the women's phones. I was hearing women playing. You know, they had women riding through hoods and riding through out in traffic like some niggas bumping Cardi with the windows down. That's how deep this was. And I mean, playing it. Alyssa kind of she like, I don't really like all that. Damn, her yeah, you too, nigga. She kind of got in on it a little bit and was yeah. I mean, I do kind of like the one song, the 2-3 songs. Yeah, I know you do. Whatever, you giving her money anyway, so you just don't act like you don't like it. But that's neither here nor there. I seen them doing that, and they was playing it to death. When you go on YouTube and you see her. One of her songs got 1 billion streams. A billion people looked at it. I'm like, and it's always funny with them numbers because you can inflate them and blow them up. But sometimes I feel like certain shit and certain people are too undeniable to the point where if that was at play, it didn't really mean that much compared to the people who was showing the fuck up to watch it or to listen to it or consume it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the little shit don't even, if they had people coming to the movie theaters to watch the movie, but everybody want to see Endgame. So it don't matter if you send your little 2,500 people to every movie theater, people was coming to see that shit any fucking way. Right. So I think it's one of them situations when you get to certain artists and who are on a certain level, I should say. Yeah. But I don't know how that worked as far as if she had a combination of streaming or a combination of this and that, but I'm inclined to agree. I think that might be a legit double platinum. It might be.
Yeah, so a few things with that. So what we need to do, and a matter of fact, I'll put it in the comments since we're talking about it, so y'all can go to the comments and see what we need to see. What was the last album to go platinum before streaming? That's what we need to see, because that's gonna be that real shit. Before you could stream, and streaming wasn't even a fucking option. You had to go into the store to buy this.
Right. Okay.
Shit.
So what? So you mean no iTunes, no buy this one track for 99 cents? Okay.
Yeah, none of that shit. What was the last motherfucker where it was just stores and it went platinum? That's what we need to see. We're gonna put that. We're gonna find out. Put in the comments. Yeah.
Guess right now. If you had to guess, who would you say? Go.
If I had to guess, I'm gonna say some Jay-Z shit. Something.
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
I would. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say Volume 2. I would have said Volume 2 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So but we're gonna see.
But that, if I say Volume 2, that overlap between that and Napster might overlap a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So maybe Biggie.
Biggie is a good.
Maybe Life After Death.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
Could if Tupac shit too, maybe.
Or Tupac, if you want to just keep it like, if you trying to say, well, nigga, streaming can't even have existed. I'm like, well, shit. Yeah. I'm like, well, shit. It got to be, it got to be one of them big artists, yeah, or somebody from No Limit.
Right, that too. Yeah.
So so that's probably like the only shit that makes sense. So either somebody from No Limit from like 95 to 97 No Limit, or Tupac or Biggie. That would probably be the first guess.
Yeah. But no, so what you saying with Cardi, yeah, I think hers, sometimes it's just, it is what it is. And Cardi, even before the music, through the reality shows and all that stuff, Cardi, her personality is just one of them undeniable personalities. Motherfuckers love her. She's actually funny than the fuck. They just love her. They loved her before the music. That's why when her music hit, it took off so easy, because you got a huge fan base just from your social
loving hip hop shit.
You loving hip hop, and that Bodak Yellow, I ain't gonna lie, that shit hit different. I don't give a fuck. That shit hit different. That shit was hard. That shit, niggas was losing their mind on that shit.
I didn't enjoy that at all. Yeah. What is she? I will give her. I don't like Cardi B.
Right.
Musically, I'm not gonna say personally, Cardi B. Don't cut me. I don't know you. I'm just talking about. I'm just saying musically, your music's not for me. But I will say that what's that one shit she did? Because that beat is nice. The It's Up shit.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah. Now that okay, I can agree with that. I'm like, because that's one of them shits where I'm like, God damn it, the shit done got me. Don't you hate when that shit happens when some shit come on? God damn it, they done got me. Shit. Right. And I was listening to the shit, and I was like, okay, all right, I can deal with that. But overall, I respect what she did. She grinded, you know, she did her thing. But yeah, that just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. It's like that ain't for me either. But goddamn, if I ain't here for what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not here for what you're saying and all that other stuff. I'm like, listen, I'm just sitting back. That's all. I'm just happy to be here.
yeah. See, and half of it is definitely the music. Like you take the vocals off of Up, you take the vocals off Bodak Yellow. Them beats hard, like without nobody on the motherfuckers. Them
With a
beats
Bodak
hard.
Yellow, that's okay. That's all right. It was to me, it was an okay beat. That it's up
Mhm.
shit. Yeah, that's I wanted to rap on that shit. Let me get on this motherfucking rap shit.
Yeah, yeah, and also with Cardi and Meg, like most of their content, yeah, that's not for us.
That's no, not at
But
all.
every once in a while,
That video
Cardi,
is though. That
yeah,
video
yes,
for
it
us.
is. Oh,
That
100,000%. Good lord, good lord.
that video is straight for us.
But every once in a while, Cardi will come out her bag and just straight spit, like on some, not talking about on no popping pussy shit. She just spitting. The same, Megan does the same thing. You know, her other little alias is Tina
Tina
Snow.
Snow.
Now
Yep.
when she on her Tina Snow shit, she spitting. She ain't talking about no, the regular shit. She on some spitting shit.
Yeah, I definitely think Megan Thee Stallion got she has the backing and the whatever it is. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but whatever it is that is required to possibly legitimately go platinum, whether it's through a different multitude of ways, I think she can do it. I think she definitely got that appeal. She can definitely have a Nicki Minaj appeal without doing half of the corny little Nicki Minaj shit that she was doing. I
Yeah,
believe that.
yeah, yeah. But with the whole yeah, just with the whole streaming thing, and the streaming farms and shit. I feel like it's two people that usually involve themselves in that situation, and it's either the independent artist that got some bread and he's trying to get his numbers up. Because once again, we're gonna get more into that in just a minute. Why artists these days they doing everything but rapping and singing, trying to get paid. So when they go to these companies to try to get these partnerships, endorsement deals, all these different things, what these motherfuckers looking at? They looking at your social media presence. They looking at your
Mm-hmm.
Spotify. Yeah, that's your resume, nigga, to
Your
get this
engagement.
partnership. Right. How many followers you got? How many streams you got? So yes, it's beneficial for me to pay this streaming farm motherfucker 5,000 if he can get me close to 1 million streams. So when I walk into this meeting and these motherfuckers look at my numbers, oh shit, you got 1 million streams? Oh yeah, we're gonna fuck with you. Let's sign the deal. Yeah. So it's
Right.
beneficial. It makes sense. So I think motherfuckers like that, or it be motherfuckers like artists that are hot, but for whatever reason, they music is kind of in limbo or it ain't really popping like that, and they got the budget. Yeah, pay it to get these numbers up so I can talk shit and brag. Pretty much. So I ain't out here looking bad because I'm that hot nigga. I'm out here looking bad right now because my shit ain't really selling or streaming like that. So and I got the budget. So yeah, I'm gonna pay this motherfucker 5, 10K. I'm looking bad out here right now.
No, but I'm no, you
Shit.
fucked me up with all that for the express consent just to brag.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All that. Yeah. They do. Shit.
I know, but still, just
Yeah.
maybe not to brag, niggas. Maybe so I can continue to do this shit, so
Right.
I don't fall out of the fucking industry.
Exactly.
Fuck
That too.
bragging. I want to keep doing this shit. I don't want to work no regular job. Ain't we just talk
Right.
about that?
Right.
Shit.
Man.
So yeah, that shit hit me. I'm sorry. That was funny as fuck.
So all the artists that are watching, y'all need to listen and pay attention to this shit. First of all, I'm gonna start off by saying if you are artist, um have a plan B. I don't give a fuck if you think you the dopest nigga. All your people say you the dopest nigga. Blah 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 blah. I don't care how many followers, all that bullshit you got. Have a plan B. The music business is very fickle. very shady. It's almost like being an athlete. It's only a few LeBrons. It's only a few Currys. Everybody's not a LeBron and a Curry. Got the longevity, billions of dollars, all that shit. Have a plan B. Once again, the music is not paying like that. It's not. Anybody that says that it is, you fucking lying. Everybody's not Drake. Everybody's not Cardi B. It's only a few of them motherfuckers. So, yeah, let's get into these numbers. Make you think about this shit.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that
man,
shit bothered me.
it's ridiculous,
Yeah, bothered the fuck out of me.
and I think artists as well. What you got to get out of, like, yes, everybody wants $1 million. Everybody wants $1 billion, but there are lots of artists that still make a living not with a billion, million, zillion followers. They go direct to consumer. They still make their money. They might make 250,000 a year. 250,000 a year puts you in a whole nother tax bracket. It's more money than the majority of people in the United States make. If you can make a great living like that, doing what you love, it's a great day. Yes, strive for the million. I'm not saying don't strive for the millions and all that shit. Yes. But if you can make 250K doing what you love and you ain't got to go clock in and you're making more money than the average motherfucker in the world, that's great.
You
But yeah,
living.
yeah, you living. So we gonna talk about these music streaming numbers just alone. Now the scale we went by that I came across, this is to get $1,000. So if you're on Tidal, let's see, you got to have 76,000 streams, and that's when I say streams, that's people playing your music for more than 30 seconds. Let's remember we in the short attention span motherfucker P brain era. That's where we at. Motherfucker could listen to your shit 5 seconds, 7 seconds. Oh, that shit trash. Nigga, you ain't even heard it
Yeah, you
good
ain't give
yet.
me a
Like,
chance. It's got at 1 second. It's got to be. You got to be. Oh shit! You got to be middle of the song hype at the 1 second mark. If you ain't 2 minutes and 30 seconds hype at the first second mark, turn this shit off.
ooh,
And
man.
I've seen it. Yes, niggas are like that. To people older OGs listening, no, you ain't like that. Yes, it is like that. I've seen it. I am
For
like that
youngins.
myself. It's a lot of songs right now that I fuck with and is my shit that I went years and months and weeks and always was skipping it. Didn't ever want to hear it. It was like I had to listen to the shit on accident.
Yeah.
I had to look up and the shit just on like, what the fuck is this? And I go, I'm like, the shit I always skip straight past? Get the fuck out of
Hell no.
here. Ain't no
Yeah,
way. But yeah, it's yes, that is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen listening. That is
for
real.
real. So for that stream to count, they gotta play it at least 30 seconds or more. So that would be 76,000 streams from Tidal. That'll get you $1,000.
What
So
the fuck? What? Over what time period? That don't make no sense.
exactly.
Over what time in a day, nigga?
Just
76,000 people in a day, a week? What are we talking about here? What
they
is the
just
pay
saying.
structure?
So they pretty much saying like these numbers are just pretty much when you get to the 76,000. If you get there in the day, if you get there in 2 fucking years.
So it's like a damn. So it's almost like some insurance deductible type shit. Before I
Yeah.
can get the benefits of my insurance, I gotta spend so much damn money.
Yeah. So that's with Tidal. 76,000
But all
streams.
you niggas want to rap. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Artists have a plan B. Second of all, you got to remember it's the music business is a machine, okay? And there's a lot of hats that people wear in this machine. The artist is always on the bottom of that list of getting paid. The producers are always going to get paid more. The managers are going to get paid more. All these behind the scene motherfuckers that it take that we don't think about. Everybody want the
Yep.
limelight.
Yep.
Everybody want to be in front of the camera. Look at me. Uh-huh.
Sound
Y'all
engineer got to get
motherfuckers,
paid.
yeah, y'all the last motherfuckers to get paid. Producers, they make behind the scenes. Some of them are up front, but a lot of them behind the scenes, they making all the money. They working with all the artists, residuals, they getting paid. I'm just saying, look at the music business that you're going into and learn some of these other hats. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying, because it's a shady game out here. Like my boy Nori said on Drink Champs, he was doing another interview with a motherfucker. He said that the music business don't give a fuck about you, don't have love for you. They've been raping artists for years. Goes from way, way, way back, nigga, before tapes, CDs, albums, nigga, when it was
Mm-hmm.
8 tracks and shit. They've been raping motherfuckers in the music industry. They've
It's
been doing
almost
that.
like it's almost like you got to transcend that. It's almost like you got to be a Drake, you got to be a Beyonce, you got to
Yeah,
be a Rihanna for it to not for you to like legit benefit from it, and then you ain't owing nobody, you ain't looking stupid, you ain't getting your records played or something. You got to damn near transcend the music business itself. You a business by yourself,
right,
and they look at you like, hey, we can work together, we can do some things together, man. Like that. That's how you gotta they got to look at you as an equal, and that we know they don't look at niggas as an equal. But I bet you they don't look at Drake like that.
right.
I bet you Drake can stand up for himself and say what he got to say, and
Yeah.
it be taken into consideration.
Mm-hmm. So
So
yeah, everybody's not. It's only in a lifetime. It's only a handful of Drakes, Rihanna's, Beyonce's, all that shit. Um, so with Apple Music, it's even different. So you got to get 100,000 streams to get $1,000. Move on to oh yeah, it don't get no better.
nah,
Amazon Music. Jesus Christ. And niggas only, I mean, I guess motherfuckers fuck with Amazon Music. They do, but it's not on the top of the list. Apple,
nah,
Spotify's the top of the list. But
yeah,
so you got to get 250,000 streams to get $1,000 on there. So now these kind of numbers you're getting into, these aren't the average streaming numbers of your regular independent artists. If your
no
regular independent artists get 250,000 streams, they are jumping for fucking joy.
joy, yeah,
That's a great day.
mm-hmm.
But you only getting $1,000 fucking dollars. a thousand
Exactly.
dollars ain't shit. $1,000 is a bill. Like,
Or
yeah,
yeah, basically,
the fucking bill. Yeah.
yeah,
So Spotify, you got to get 303,000 streams to get $1,000. So now you getting to the point where, yeah, I need to be Drake's protege type shit to,
yeah.
you know.
Now, I wanted to touch on this with you because this is something that I deal with on a personal level as far as the streaming services and shit like that. Because
Mhm,
I have Tidal through because when I did have Sprint, we had Tidal for free, so
mhm.
I had that, but they never cut it off, so I still use it. And then I got Apple Music, and I'm pretty sure you didn't ran into this in one way, shape, or form. But just speak on what do you think about just like when certain streaming services. I'll give you an example. Um, if I go on Title, they might have two of Starlito's mixtapes, but then I go on Apple Music, they got this nigga's whole discography.
Yeah.
Very
So
frustrating, by the way. I hate that shit with a fucking passion.
I was on the title thing, kind of like similar to what you were saying, same situation. Also, it was some black owned shit with Jay-Z and them. So I'm trying to wave that flag. But I will say why Apple Music and Spotify beats title is because of what you just said. Like I'm keeping it real. I like the user experience, interface, all that shit better on title the way it is. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Apple, Spotify, they be having everything. And you be like, it be pissing you off. Be on title. Like you said, yeah, you got one project, two project, but you go on Apple or Spotify and it's the whole motherfucking discography on there. So it's very frustrating. Why that is, I can't really say. The only thing I can think of is because it's like Apple, and Apple is like a fucking conglomerate staple in this motherfucker. You know, they definitely
Well,
way more up than Tidal is. Apple controls it's a whole fucking community / universe. Apple is like,
right.
yeah.
Well, I would tell you this though, because it's the opposite too sometimes. Because I remember when I was trying to figure out which one, because I don't really like Spotify like that no more. They changed, so I was like, let
Mhm.
me figure some other shit out. And I think the deciding factor of me going with Tidal before I had even got on Sprint and got it for free when I was paying for it, the deciding factor of me ending up going with Tidal is because they had Prince's shit on there, and
Mhm.
nobody else had Prince. Like
Yeah.
Apple didn't have Prince, Google Music didn't have Prince, da 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 da, and then here go Tidal, 30 years of music just right there in your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why can't all of y'all just have it? It's all. I'm like, if it's on streaming, let it be on streaming. Like, and it's
Cause
kind of the same shit with Netflix and shit like that. Like, why I don't want to just look at one damn service to see one movie. That's come on, that's ridiculous.
cause what it boils down to, like what you saying, for example, like with Netflix. So whether it's a movie, music, all these different things that creators make, it's all intellectual property. So I think it boils down to why one streaming service has it and the other one don't. It boils down to the licensing deal. And for whatever
Mm,
reason, these creators and they lawyers and their company, they decide to go with this company to get the licensing to be able to stream this shit, show this shit. And
right.
I'm thinking because Apple is such a fucking conglomerate and money is not really an issue with them, I
Yeah.
feel that they got the money and the funds and the reach to basically get any fucking licensing they want from who the fuck ever. You know what I mean? Because that's what it be. Like I've been on Title, and it literally has said that like the licensing for this blah blah blah
Yeah, that
not
shit
available.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
No,
Or
but
or,
no,
or
but
some shit that
go
was
ahead.
there. I've had shit that was there, and then it don't
That one
fucking
right
be
there.
there.
That
I'll
one
be
right
like,
there.
what the fuck happened?
I had a shit in my you save it, you have it hearted, and it's in your tracks, that you just got, and then it's just grayed out one day. Like what? Why is it grayed out? Oh well, the record company doesn't approve the listening of this track.
Mhm.
What the
Yeah,
what?
because something happened with that licensing deal. It expired. The terms changed. Motherfuckers didn't want to continue it. Motherfuckers couldn't afford to pay to continue
Man,
it. The artists and Title couldn't come to an agreement with the new licensing deal. That's the shit that be going on.
they need to put that disclaimer somewhere because I wouldn't even put the shit on my playlist if I know that it's been so many times. I'm like, man, where the one shit? I know I got this one song on there. Where is it at? And then
Right.
I search for it, grayed out. What you mean?
Yeah.
What you just weren't gonna tell me shit? You weren't gonna say
Yeah.
nothing. I just never gonna hear the shit ever again.
Yeah.
Like that's trash. I don't like that.
Oh, it's happened a lot. It didn't piss me off. I done found shit I've been looking for and be geeked, and I go back. I'm like, it's oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, or they have it. I know you have you seen the one where you click on the album and it ain't shit there.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
why?
I don't
What
know
you
what that
doing?
be
What
either.
you
Yeah.
doing? I click on the album. Oh shit. Oh. Like especially the album you've been looking for. Oh. You click it, nothing there.
Yeah.
Why the fuck it?
Mm-mm.
I just don't like. I don't even want this shit no more. I've canceled. I've canceled
Right.
shit because I'm just like, you must think I'm some kind of goddamn fool. No, I don't. I'm paying y'all $10. Y'all advertise it as paying a certain amount of money. Listen to quote unquote whatever you want to. And I'm thinking the regular consumer gonna think, well, you saying you got this endless library of shit. Well, this guy is in this should be in this endless library of shit. He's made music. He's nationally known and got deals and famous and all kind of shit. Why his shit not on here?
Right.
It's music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's weird, man. I don't know how these these deals and all this other shit go down in the back rooms. If you wanted to say that's our, it's a marketing type of deal to like fuck with us because we got this. That'd be different. But I don't feel like that's that. I don't feel like it's, oh well, come fuck with Tidal because we got Prince's catalog, or come fuck with Apple Music because we got Michael Jackson's catalog, but nobody else do. If you
Yeah.
saying it like that, that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, I'm more inclined to get Apple Music if that's the only way I can listen to Michael Jackson shit on some streaming.
Right.
But it don't be seeming like that's the case.
Mm. Yeah. Let me get back to these numbers. I think I did Spotify. Yeah, so 303,000 streams on Spotify to get to $1,000. YouTube Music, you got to have 125,000 streams to reach that thousand. Pandora. Now I know this is absolutely ridiculous, but I know Pandora is kind of set up different. They're more like internet radio type shit. That's always kind of been their formula. But yeah, 769,000 streams. That's damn near a million, a few more 100,000. Yeah, so 769,000 streams gets you $1,000. So at that point, yeah, you do got to be
Wow.
Drake or Cardi. Uh, Deezer, that's another one. Deezer is probably the less popular one on the list. Everybody's not gonna know that, but they still got like maybe 14 million users. So it's like, they
That's a
still,
chunk.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice chunk,
That's
but
some
yeah,
yeah.
your average
They,
motherfucker ain't gonna know who Deezer is. Now with them,
mm-hmm.
156,000 that gets you $1,000. So pretty much, and I've heard this before I even did, got this chart or whatever. Um, Tidal, that's why a lot of people stay fucking with Tidal too, because Tidal does pay the most towards their artists. Because if you notice on the list, 76,000. That's the lowest number on the list. So with that factor, yes, you are getting paid more as an artist with your shit on Tidal.
When you
So
put it like this, when you put things in perspective like this, I can see why the fuck a currency dropping some shit every 10 minutes.
and that's one of the things on the list they say to combat the how fucked up these streaming numbers are. Obviously, they said, your social media game got to be fucking crazy. Second, on top of that, that was the thing they said. Yeah, consistent as fuck with the music and currency. Ain't nobody that nigga.
Yeah.
Lord have
He
mercy.
the James Brown of rap shit.
Yeah, his streaming numbers are probably just so crazy because it's so many fucking
Yeah. And then
man.
he got smart too. Finally, I'm like, nigga, I was waiting on you. He finally recently put all his old mixtapes and shit on the streaming services too.
Yeah,
So, I'm like, nigga, finally. I'm like, that's just even more just back catalog shit. You ain't even got to worry about recording in the future that you can just put on that niggas gonna listen to.
yeah, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying with these artists. Like I said, if y'all didn't already know this, you need to have somebody in your circle that knows the music business, that's gonna be honest with you, realistic with you, not support or sell you pipe dreams, and be very realistic. You can make money in this game as an artist, but think about it. That's why y'all see, according to them streaming numbers we just said, y'all know that ain't no money. That's
At
why you
all.
see these artists doing everything. They on social media. They're trying to do a podcast. They selling merch. They selling this. They selling that product. They trying to get partnerships with this company, with that company. They staying on the road. To make a living from it, you have to do all these things,
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also one aspect I wanted to touch on. So I don't know if y'all know who Ryan Leslie is. Ryan Leslie is a great producer, low key a legend. Great producer, great singer, does bodies of work. He's been active for some years now. Rock Marciano, one of the grimiest hip hop niggas, been doing his thing for years. Now, what they did, they saw how the game is, they saw how the streaming game was, and they said, fuck that. So with Ryan Leslie, he's one of the first artists to do to adopt the direct to consumer model. And when I say direct to consumer, it'll be like, hey, okay, I got my social medias, I got my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. So I'm gonna do my thing on there, get you familiar with me, get you familiar with my music, my personality, my this, my that, my vibe, get you familiar with it. And when you're ready to buy my music, go to ryanleslie.com. Fuck a Apple, a Tidal, a Spotify. Go to ryanleslie.com. So when you pay that $10 for my CD, you pay that 12, 13, however much I'm charging, where it's going? To me, to my motherfucking bank account, to my pocket. It ain't being split up through the Apple and through to this, through to this. Same thing with Rock Marciano. Now with Rock Marciano, he did the same thing. Now he did it in different ways. He would drop his music, hey, go to rockmarciano.com, blah blah blah. And he would just have it available through his website. And then later on, he would still put it on the streaming services just for exposure, different things like that.
Right.
But people like that, if y'all did more of, I guess what I'm saying, stop looking at the end of the day as an artist, you're trying to be popular and you're trying to make money. More so, you're trying to make money. You got to
Right.
eat, you got to survive. So stop getting lost in the glamour of, because some motherfuckers be like that. Oh my, well, hey, my CD on Apple Music, my CD on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they look at it as like it's a respect thing,
It's
or it's
enough for
like
them.
I'm more official because my shit is on Apple Music or on Spotify.
Like that's the
And
end of the fight.
yeah, guess what? Anybody could get on that motherfucker. You pay, you do whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could get on that motherfucker. So stop acting like, I guess what I'm saying, long story short, stop acting like if you're not on Apple Music, if you're not on Spotify, you're not official as an artist.
Right.
If more artists would adapt this business model, motherfuckers want your music. And Ryan Leslie was a beast at it. This nigga would go to my site, ryanleslie.com, buy my music. It's $12. Hey, I got this merch on here too, nigga. Grab you a t-shirt too. Another $15, $20. Oh, I got this I'm going on tour. You can get the tickets here for half price, and I'm gonna throw in a little bundle deal. That's another $75.
Mm-hmm.
You do the math on that, and this is where I go. This is where I bring in the principle of you ain't got to have 20 million followers. This nigga could have 1,000 dedicated followers that fuck with everything you do. You have 1,000, just 1,000 dedicated motherfuckers that fuck with you. They love your music. They love your merch. Every time they go to your site, they spending $20. They spending $50. Do the math on that. What's 1,000 times 50? That's money going directly to you. No
Right.
middleman, no streaming service. I'm not getting a tenth of a fucking penny. I'm not getting 3 cents per stream. This nigga paid $15, $12 for my CD. I'm getting 12 motherfucking dollars in my bank account 1,000 motherfucking times. This nigga bought my he used to have sold out shows selling the tickets through the fucking website. Sold out
Mm.
shows,
Mm. That's
and you
big
and,
money.
and you selling out venues with this many motherfucking people. Now that's a little bit different because the venue got to get some of the money, but you still making more money. He was a
Mm-hmm.
beast with it. He said he made it like, a few $1,000,000 doing it that way. It's motherfuckers right now that's lit as fuck on all the streaming services, got record deals, got all the bling, all the little bullshit clothes y'all wear, all the cars, and they do not have $1,000,000 in their bank account. They out here capping on loaned bullshit. They got all the look, but that hit go what that bank account say. They do not
Right.
have $1,000,000. This
Exactly.
motherfucker was independent, not signed or whatever, had 1,000,000 plus doing it. Come to me, fuck the streaming services. make your dollars make sense, niggas. Y'all motherfuckers too worried about being famous and being popular. You want to be a famous, broke, popular motherfucker, or you want to be a rich motherfucker? What you want to be?
And
That
that's even if you can do it, or you got the mind to do it.
mm-hmm.
But rappers, just off these numbers we told you, man, just get you somebody that's gonna tell you when it's time to go home,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
just transition into some other. Take the young Berg approach. If the rapping ain't working, then transition into producing, transition into the management, transition. It's so many different areas and avenues of hip hop. Hell, get on loving hip hop. I don't know, shit. At
Yeah.
least you getting a check per episode. And hell,
They
put your music and promote your music through that,
yeah.
even if you ain't. But also some rappers need to have self awareness. Know that you suck. I know I just suck at some shit, and you should know that you suck at rapping. If you suck, like, come on, just know it's okay, because these numbers we just told you it's not worth it.
Yeah. It's sad, and I hate to see it, and I hate to say it, and all that stuff, because as much of a fan I am of the hip hop culture, the hip hop music, hip hop artists, yeah, if it ain't no more artists, then I'm not gonna be able to hear and consume the shit I love.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate that it's like this for y'all. You get fucked on the streaming a little bit. You get fucked on the record deals a bit as well, unless you just like that mega star, or you find ways to get these branding deals and partnerships with these companies and everything. And I'm not mad at none of it. I'm just saying the reality is these streaming numbers, y'all not making money with that. So once again, just to recap, have a plan B, uh come up with multiple streams. It's always about the multiple streams of income anyway, regardless of
Anyway,
what the fuck you're
yeah.
doing. So come up with the multiple streams, the partnerships, the deals, you know. And another thing, I'm
Excuse
gonna
me.
throw that in there too, like personality wise, because so I run across a lot of artists, and you hear the music, this, but then a motherfucker get on the interview, or publicly, you trying to be seen or talk or whatever, and you just a dead ass personality ass motherfucker. And if you're trying to be in the music business, that's not going to really translate well,
No.
because half of the motherfuckers now, like you said, the music is whack. But guess what? When I'm on social media, nigga, my personality is a motherfucker. My
Mm-hmm.
personality is a winner. I'm a cool motherfucker. I'm a funny motherfucker. I'm a
Yeah.
silly motherfucker. I'm all of that. It's drawing people in. It's making people want to be interested in your shit.
Yeah, because they
So
some
I'm
characters, straight up
yeah, yeah. So
characters.
right. So I ain't mad. Do your thing, man. Just have plan B and do your thing and figure out different ways. And if you're able to do it, and I'm not saying either way is not expensive, because to do it the independent route, the direct to consumer route, I mean, it's gonna take a little bread, to get started. You do have to have a website. You got to have marketing, materials, and different things. But in the long run, it's so much worth it. If
Mm-hmm.
you can just look at, like I said, the numbers, y'all. Stop being so focused on the popularity and I'm famous and motherfuckers know me, and it don't fucking matter. Ain't none of that shit paying your motherfucking bills.
Mm-mm.
You like I said, you want the million followers and be broke, or do you want the 1,000 dedicated followers? And you see how I throw dedicated in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have 1,000,000 followers and your shit drop and 10 of them motherfuckers buy it. You want 1,000, at least 1,000. Let's start off with that. 1,000 dedicated people that buy everything you do. You get that under your belt, you will see the money rolling in. You be like,
Yeah.
shit,
You can't
fuck.
lose.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind, man. Today was I just wanted to shed some light on it, man. This shit is always, a hot topic. It's always discussed. I just me and Vaughn, we wanted to touch on this, discuss it a little bit, just bring some more light to the matter. and just really give some game to the artists that are listening. Once again, we are hip hop connoisseurs. We care about the game. We care about the artists, and we just want to drop some game on y'all today, man.
Yes,
So
sir. So we just glad to be in here, man. It's relevant too because the streaming services they everywhere, and hell, I wouldn't be surprised if more start popping up, or I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just try and consolidate them into a big two or big three of them or something like that. But yeah,
hmm
man, just know that we always gonna be here to tell y'all the truth, man. We ain't gonna tell y'all nothing that's gonna steer y'all wrong when it comes to this music.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So, man, yeah, definitely make sure y'all continue to support. We're trying to support y'all as well. We appreciate all the love, all the views, all the growth that y'all allowing us to have. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Make sure you comment on the YouTube at Culture 73 TV. Make sure you can also watch our podcast if you want to on the YouTube, or you can hit culture73.com, the hip hop network. Check us out there. If you can't watch us, you can always listen to us on Spotify under Quest Convo. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all continue to support us, listen, share, tell your people, get everybody familiar. Don't forget dopest hiphoptees.com. Check it out, man. You've been watching Quest Convo podcast. I am Drew Soul Quest, your favorite hip hop connoisseur. Man,
And
we
this your
talk this culture because we are the culture.
this your man Von Schuler. One more time. We gonna be going forward with the Von Schuler name. Rock with me. Rock with me on Instagram, Facebook, all social media. I'm still in the process of tightening everything up, but it's all there and you still gonna be able to get something that you need, and we gonna keep going forward, man.
Oh yeah, man. Von Schuler, don't y'all forget it. It's VonShula. Von Schuler is here, moving forward, official as hell up in this bitch. So yeah, man. Shit, we out, man.
All right. Y'all
For
take
sure.
care.
Oh yeah, peace and love, y'all.